Hi and welcome to my studio and to my sketchbook 30-day challenge. I'm doing a sketch a day for 30 days. So this is day 11 and this morning I went with my husband down to a beautiful spot where we often go for coffee, and it's called the Wollongong Harbour, and the day was just so perfect that I had to get out my sketchbook and do a very quick little sketch. So I managed to do a sketch of the harbour with the boats up on the slips. They're being worked on the slips down there in front of our iconic old lighthouse. And yeah, it was just perfect day. Wanted to get the sketchbook out. So this is as far as I got this morning. I've since put in some masking fluid for the mast here to mask out the white, because I wanted to keep that. Be a bit difficult to go over that. So yeah, so here I am, proof this morning down at the harbour. It's such a beautiful place to go and sketch. And not that way. So that's the actual harbour itself, and these are the slips here where they bring the boats and the yachts up to work on them. Our iconic old beautiful lighthouse there. The mountain range is in the distance. I think I'd really love to do another painting with more of the foreground in here with these lovely reflections back into the harbour, but I have cut it off probably about to there for today. This was a 10-minute sketch, so I wasn't going to put everything into it. So I'll get started. And so this is dried now, this masking fluid, and my sketch is done. It's done this morning on site. So I'll just mist these. I didn't quite have enough time to, a bit time limited this morning. I didn't have time to stay and sketch. So it was a very clear day. So you can see I can just run straight over. Actually, there were no clouds whatsoever. Let's just lose the clouds. It was just a clear day. So I'm just using some phthalo blue. It's my clear day blue. That might have to be a bird there. It's not going to lift off. Okay, that's fine. So cleaning out the brush, I will just tidy that up a bit. Going into some greens. Now I'll just use what's in this palette. Some blue into some green. Kind of want a blue-green. Add a little bit more blue into that. Perfect. So I'm just using my regular palettes. I have Winsor & Newton, Cotman, travel set, and another palette that I've made up myself. With some Daniel Smith paints, some favourite colours. I actually popped into the art store this morning and bought a new colour. which I'm looking forward to using. It's a duochrome desert bronze, so I'm looking forward to using that colour in another painting. But whenever I go into Wollongong, we like to go to the harbour, have a coffee, have a little walk around. It's such a pretty area, and it's always a stop at the art store. Anyone who is from my area will know which art store I'm talking about. Our big, lovely art store. Okay, so this is kind of a bluey green. I'll just search around in my palette for colours that will suit. I could go a little touch bluer by adding French ultramarine. So the bluer you go in distant mountains and hills will recede the mountains back into the distance. You can see that happening before your eyes. These yachts are not in sail, so they don't have their sails up. Okay, so in front of that, so into that, those distant mountains, we have a few houses along the way that I haven't left any area for, but I can always add that in later. Okay, and of course there's the beach. So today, and usually when I'm just out and about and I'm not sure what I'll be doing for that day, I'll just pop in a little small pack of art supplies. And this is my small bohong sketchbook. So I've taken this to quite a few places. Western Australia at one time. It's just got lots of little doodles and sketches in it. So this is just one that if I'm really not sure I'm going to be sketching, I'll just put it in my bag. Liking what's happening, I popped in a bit of white gouache and it's just making some nice pattern there. So that's the beach is in. If I want to rinse out, I'll just rinse, squeeze, rinse. This is a little small water brush, and I don't mind this size actually. It's quite a good one to fit in my pack, especially when I'm just on the go, as I've just mentioned. So into some phthalo blue. Everything was quite bright because it's such a beautiful clear autumn day and quite warm for this time of the year. So it's just a case of recording quite quickly the area, the feeling of the day. That's my main aim. So where I've put the masking fluid, I can just go straight over the top. The masking fluid must be dry before you attempt to paint. Just coming a little darker towards that beach area. Okay, so I might actually try some of this new colour from Daniel Smith. Let's just swipe out a little area here. Interesting colour. It looks nothing like the colour on the outside, but that's okay. I'm game. I'm happy to try new colours. It's kind of a brown, which looks nothing like the green. You've just got to try things. These are so interesting, some of these colours. It's quite a good colour for here. It's got a sheen, a little iridescent. So I'm painting around the yachts and around anything I want to keep light. It's an interesting colour. I can think of some uses for it, particularly in sandy areas. Okay, so I'm just looking at some shadows. It's quite a strong shadow here. That's just some French ultramarine blue. There's some shade here. Yeah. Some browns. I'm just looking for some interesting colours. I think I'll bring in a little bit more shade here. Okay, so we've got some greys, like steel sections that they tie the boats up to. some Lunar Black, another Daniel Smith colour that I like. So I'll have to wait for all of this to dry properly before I can bring this masking fluid off. Let's just put in a little bit of shade in underneath. So you can just scrape off with a clean finger that masking fluid, and you're left with the white of the paper. Normally I would let the whole little painting dry. But I want a bit of time restraint here. So yeah, now I can come in with the pen again and just some little details here. There's another boat in behind, so I could just put that in pen, and you can see how loosely I'm doing the sketch. As I said, this was this morning a 10-minute sketch. Okay, so that's it. Very simple, very sweet. Just an impression of the morning, day out. Thanks for watching. Bye.